Hello, I'm William Gallagher, and this is 58 Key Script Club. It's like a book club, but it's about scripts. Okay, exclusively about scripts and screenplays. Although actually, I suppose this time, it's actually about a script book. Doctor Who, Rose, by Russel T Davies, is not available online. It is solely available in the book, Doctor Who, The Shooting Scripts. I think it's actually out of print too, and I can't find my copy, or I'd lend it to you. But if you can track it down, you can get to see, well, you can get to read Rose, yeah, but you can also get to read 12 other episode scripts from the 2005 Doctor Who revival, plus the introduction, actually, to each one. The whole book, actually, is a tremendous read. But just to concentrate on Rose first, there's already a 58 Key Script Club about an unearthly child, which was the very first ever episode of Doctor Who. And I'm fascinated, actually, by that one, by how that script set up a story that would keep running, well, for more than 6 decades for it. Except it wasn't a continuous 6 decades, was it? Doctor Who ran from 1963 to 1989, when it was put out of my misery, and it was then revived brilliantly in 2005. I mean, spectacularly, brilliantly revived. Just an amazing piece of work. And what interests me here is how you revive something that well. The revival too, it is deeply faithful to the original show. It's not like it pretends to be a continuation of the old show. It is a continuation. It's not a replacement. It's not a reboot per se. It's certainly not a retelling. It's not a reimagining. It's the next story along, the next stories in the Doctor Who journey. But back in 2005, well, you still had people, quite a lot of people who loved the original show, and more than anything wanted it to come back. But they wanted it to come back as they knew it, I would say. And I'm afraid that as much as I had enjoyed we now call it the classic series, I did think it ended so poorly that the show was left with a bit of a bad reputation. And so there were viewers, I think, who weren't fans, who did remember it, but remembered the bad years. So on the one hand, right, you have fans who will know and will object if you do anything that's wrong in the story. And you have a more general viewers who'll simply not watch if you do what the old show did, or what they remember the old show doing. In comes Russel T Davies and the episode Rose. It was a Doctor Who story told from the perspective of what's called the companion. The regular human beings, usually, that are travelling along. They get embroiled in some adventure with the Doctor, and then end up travelling with him or her in the TARDIS, heading off for more stories until they don't. Just as I would have said to you about a crime series, it is common, really, to begin like this, to begin with a character coming into this world, joining the gang, joining the police force, whatever. And so through them, we are introduced to everything and everyone just as they are. I mean, it's common in crime and police procedurals. It's exactly what Doctor Who Rose does, and does really well. The Doctor is not, for this one brief moment, the total focus. And because he is a mystery to Rose herself, he's regaining some of the mystery that the character used to have for us watching. But then the character used to have this thing, the TARDIS, a ship that travels through time and space, and from the outside it looks like a very small London police box. Back in 1963, that was superb, that was brilliant, because then everyone knew what a police box was. It really worked, it was exciting. Now, well, in 2005, who knows? By 1989, when the old show ended, okay, everybody knew as well that the Doctor regenerates every few years with a new actor taking over the role. By 2005, well, that was kind of known in Britain. That was part of the culture. Everybody knew it, but like practically a race memory rather than anything we saw. But the show stuck with the police box, it stuck with the regeneration idea. This episode, Rose, only briefly touches on it, but it is there. And like I say, it stuck with the TARDIS looking exactly like it used to as a police box. Throughout its first run and beyond, Doctor Who stuck to familiar baddies and monsters. I'm going to say it stuck to the format. It adhered to what Doctor Who was like before. Doctor Who, well, it does it better, and it does it shorter, it does it funnier. The old Doctor Who did have comedy episodes, but they were never the very best. I mean, Some of them worked, and they were never actually as comedic as Rose. Rose was much funnier than most, but still better. That's the only way I can think of to describe it. Done it right. Doctor Who, but better. And then there's this. The script to this revival's first episode is a very, very good read right there on the page. Later on, much later on in Doctor Who, there would be scripts that were just borderline unreadable. I mean, they worked as the episodes, but on the page. But this one and all of the best episodes and most Doctor Who episodes are just great right there on the page. It's such a joy to read them. And then there's this. I do know that reading the script and watching that episode, actually, weirdly, the filmed final version feels a bit dated now, where the script doesn't. I don't know. I know that you can study these scripts and that as writers we can learn from them. I also know that we can learn from Rose. Actually, we can learn from Rose the Doctor Who novelisation by Russel T Davies. It came many, many years later. It is genuinely fascinating to see how well he expands a 50-minute TV episode into a novel. And I think it is fascinating to see the same verve and energy in prose that there is in the script. But nuts to the learning experience. Okay, sod the teachable moments. Rose, the script, and Rose, the novelisation, are exceptional reads. So go read them. Go. And in the meantime, actually, links to all of this below, all the books below. But in the meantime, that's it for this 58 Keys Script Club. Thank you very much for watching. Now take care of yourself. Hey, write more too. And I'll see you soon.